To do that. Hello? I think it should work now. Oh my god. I think it should work now. Yeah. Why did it do that? That's really strange. Let me see. It works now? No. Let me see how I could try to guys, I'm still yeah, I think it's working now, right? I didn't even do anything, guys. Like I didn't even fix it. I just disconnected and connected it back again. I'm sorry. You see, guys, I'm an amateur. Let me see. And I don't even know how well, I think we're just gonna have to do it like this because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't even know why it stopped working. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I was hacked. And then I lost my thumbnail as well. I got hacked by Hasbuya. Hasbula? Oh man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there, but and we were having such a good conversation too. Hasbuya. The Russian stopped the stream. He's back. He's back. Hey, handsome. Oh, whoa, whoa. Not gonna lie, you kind of cute. Sorry, man. I'm taken. Yo, is this your first live? Yes, it's my first live, man. I'm an amateur, bro. I lost my thumbnail. I lost my thumbnail, man. So I'm an amateur. I'm telling you. Hey, real as fuck. Yeah. Honestly, I'm an amateur. I had a live stream all prepared and stuff. My mic went out, and now I'm back. So I feel like I've hello, Mena. All right, guys. Let's talk about UFC. I want to talk more about the card, man. A lot of you guys were picking Cheeto Vera. Where you at? I wanna debate on this because a lot of people are picking Cheeto Vera. I do not understand. Okay, at least my mic is working now. But picking Cheeto, I don't care. But why are you picking Cheeto, man? Like, who has Cheeto beat? Who has Cheeto beat that isn't old? Like Dominic Cruz, like Frankie Edgar, and he was losing those fights as well. Heart says Cheeto, mind says Sugar. I feel like my heart and mind say Sugar. I want Cheeto, but Sugar will win. I think so too. Cheeto has no chance. I mean, he has a punch, he has a kicks chance because I don't. I mean, he has a chance. He definitely has a chance. Your videos are the best, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, guys. There's going to be a trilogy. Calling it right now. Cheeto will win. I mean, if Cheeto wins, is there actually going to be a trilogy though? Because I mean, there'd be two beat O'Malley, Monka Blunt, and watch your videos. Oh, awesome, man. Who's your favorite fighter? Okay, who's my favorite fighter right now? My favorite fighter is Charles Oliveira. My favorite fighter is Charles Oliveira. And then I would say Jamal Hill was also like my second favorite fighter. But I miss Charles Oliveira, man. I feel like he hasn't been active. Same, but I'm afraid Armin's gonna beat him. Guys, Charles Oliveira is going to beat Armin Saryukin. I'm telling you. I feel like, look, Armin Saryukin looked good because he fought Dariush. But let's be honest, like Dariush is not that great. He's not an elite lightweight, in my opinion. I feel like he was very overrated. Like one of my earliest videos was actually me picking Charles Oliveira to knock out Benio Dariush, where everybody was saying, "Ah, you know, Dariush is gonna beat your favorite fighter is Gummy Killer." I love Jamal Hill. I love Jamal Hill too. Dariush beat Gamrot supposedly. I agree. Yeah, people were glazing Benio Dariush. My biggest hot take is that if Sean beats Cheeto, he beats Marab next. He's gonna get taken down like 4 or 5 times, but I think he could hurt him. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the fight with Marab, I feel like Sean O'Malley is gonna be live for like the first 2 rounds, and then Marab is, I mean, his pressure and cardio is just something that is alien like. Like, when have we seen somebody with the pressure of Marab? Like, he made Cejudo look like garbage out there. So I feel like Marab can do that to anyone. Cheeto isn't getting tired against Marab, but he could get ragdolled. Yeah, Cheeto doesn't have the best takedown defense, guys. Cheeto has been taken down by guys like Frankie Edgar. He got taken down by Dominic Cruz. Bro, you're getting taken down by Dominic Cruz. You're gonna get taken down by Marab. I think Marab and Corey Sandhagen, in my opinion, are the best bantamweights in the world right now. Like Marab versus Corey Sandhagen, I think that would be the true bantamweight championship fight. What do you guys think? Vinicius Oliveira, dude, that was a crazy knockout by Vinicius Oliveira. What about Patchy Mix? Who's Patchy Mix? I personally think Sean beats Marab. Yeah, I mean, he definitely could knock out Marab. Like, I'm not saying he doesn't, but I just think if he doesn't knock out Marab in the first 2 rounds, I think that Marab's gonna ragdoll him, like break him down. But yeah, I mean, Sean O'Malley could knock him out. I think so. I think I've been saying this for the longest time, but I feel like Corey Sandhagen is the worst matchup for O'Malley. Well, you only watch UFC, right? Yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying to get into the other promotions, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, I only really have time to watch UFC. Like, it's already a lot to keep up with the UFC and stuff. So, I don't really have time to watch like Bellator and Bare Knuckle. Sean Ferrell is sharpshooter. Yeah, he's a sharpshooter, and that's the problem. That with Cheeto, you need to have a lot of volume and output because, I mean, how are you gonna slow him down? How are you gonna earn his respect? And if you snipe Cheeto and he doesn't fall, it's gonna be a tough night. I watch one in PFL whenever they have good events like PFL. Yeah, I want to get into it, man. I just really haven't had the time to watch any other promotion besides the UFC. But if there's a fight that I'm interested in, then I'll definitely tune in. Do you live in Mexico? No, I do not live in Mexico. It's not really worth it unless it's Francis fighting in PFL. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see Francis Ngannou. Guys, Francis Ngannou is gonna be Joshua, right? We're all in agreement. Marab's low key base as fuck. Yeah, I agree. I like Marab, man. I like him. He seems like a chill guy, really positive guy. I just feel like his fighting style is so annoying, man. He's such a spammer. Round 4 KO. You think Francis is gonna knock him out? Yeah, I think. I mean, the better boxer is definitely Anthony Joshua. I just feel like is gonna knock him out. I just think that Francis Ngannou is way too durable, and his chin is also crazy. I mean, Francis Ngannou has a very underrated chin, man. But you know, it's boxing, so he's gonna impose as well. Yeah, that's true. Like Francis Ngannou is not gonna respect um Anthony Joshua the way other boxers have. You know what I'm saying? Because Francis Ngannou comes from MMA, and he's gonna be like, all right, I only have to worry about your hands. So I mean, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm imagine Josh Parisian just out strikes. Dude, Josh Parisian is gonna get knocked out, man. That guy's in the what's his opponent's name? The Spain dude. The Spain is like an Olympic medalist in Taekwondo. Like that's also a fighter that I had not really watched before actually breaking down this card. Yeah, he is a killer. Thoughts on bedtime, dude? I like bedtime. Bedtime's chill. I watch his videos here and there, but I really like bedtime. PFL main event was a complete shit show today. Bro, I didn't get to watch it, man. I watched like this fight of this guy that had his hands very low and that he didn't really care and then he got knocked out with a head kick. Bedtime goaded. Yeah, bedtime's cool. Bro, everybody always compares me to bedtime. Everybody's saying, "Are you bedtime's brother?" I'm Mexican and he's Australian, I believe. I don't think Sean would have to KO Marab. I don't think Sean would have to KO Marab, to be honest. I think he could go all the way and do enough damage to win a decision. Yeah, but what's gonna happen when Marab takes him down? You think Sean O'Malley is gonna be able to get up? I don't think so. Do you think Lucas Tracy would have so many subscribers if it wasn't for his beautiful eyes and smiles? Bro, Lucas Tracy's actually really smart. Like I know he has some bad picks, some bad takes here and there, but he knows a lot about the game. LMAO. Did you watch the press conference? Yes, I did. I thought the press conference was lackluster. Same. Last Yeah, I didn't watch the main event, guys, for PFL. Would you say you're a plotty plotster? I'm plotty. Has anyone told you look like a pubescent Yair Rodriguez? No, nobody has told me that. I look like a pre-pubescent Yair Rodriguez. Yes, it was fun. Lucas Tracy has some terrible takes. Yes, he does have some terrible takes, but to be fair, like that's why he's entertaining. Like Lucas Tracy's entertaining because he commits to his takes, and that's respectable. If you're a Cheeto fan, the press was fired. Bro, the press conference was not fire, bro. And then the questions they were asking Cheeto, because I know Spanish, they weren't like that great. I like watching Lucas because he's funny. His takes are so bad. Guys, Lucas Tracy is very entertaining. Not too glazed or anything, but he's pretty good. Can I get a kick flip for a shout out edit? Can I get a kick flip? The press conference was not fire. We need longer pressers. Yeah, but it's not only about the press conferences being longer, guys. Like the questions are horrible. And like the people asking the questions are terrible as well. Like you need to ask questions that actually make the fighters interact with each other. Like, we want them to talk about their skills. We don't want them to say the same shit they always say. Like, oh, what are you gonna do Saturday night? "Oh, I'm gonna knock out my opponent." Bro, nobody cares. What happens if Jamal Hill re-injures himself before 300 Gaethje Holloway main event? Yeah, probably. Dude, that'd be terrible. Was Yair just overrated or is high T City improved that much? No, Yair was overrated. Brian Ortega did not improve one bit in that Yair Rodriguez fight at all. He just did what he typically does. We all knew he was great at BJJ, and Yair has terrible takedown defense. I'm worried Jamal Hill is rushing back too soon from injury because the money is too good for him to turn down. That's a bad injury he had. Yeah, I agree. I'm worried about Jamal Hill as well, guys. But the more I've rewatched Jamal Hill's fights, like let's be honest, he was rushed into that Glover Teixeira fight as well. Sup, Yair hasn't evolved at all. JDM versus Usman, how do you think it goes? Uh 3 rounds or 5 rounds? I think I would lean Usman, actually. I think Usman would beat JDM. Yair hasn't improved his takedown defense in 7 years. Yeah, he hasn't. He really hasn't. And I don't know why he doesn't. Because he could be elite. Like if Yair Rodriguez had good takedown defense, he could be champ in my opinion. Ortega beats Ilya. He'll get brutally battered and get a 10-7 in the first and submit Ilya in the second. No way, bro. Ilya Taporia has pretty good grappling too. And the fact that he's shorter, no, bro. Taporia knocks out Ortega. I got Usman because he'd be prepped for 3 rounds. Yeah, I think Usman would beat JDM. Who's the most overrated fighter? Most overrated fighter. Mm, I feel like most overrated fighter. I think it's Alex Pereira. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for it. Alex Pereira is pretty overrated. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for it, huh? Leon's good, man, but he is boring. He's not overrated though. Guys, I told you people are gonna get mad when I say Alex Pereira is overrated. Guys, Alex Pereira is overrated. Adesanya overrated, but Adesanya's not overrated anymore. Leon is excellent. I agree. Adesanya's not overrated. John Jones is overrated. Yes, I think Alex is lighty. Bro, Alex Pereira is so overrated, bro. In MMA, let's be real. Like, I like Alex Pereira, but who's the most over? What about the most overrated past legend? Mm, no, it's because Khabib is a tricky one. Who's the most overrated past legend? I feel like GSP is a little overrated. He's glazed. Khabib, he's glazed, but not already. Yeah, Khabib's resume is overrated, but his skill set is not overrated, in my opinion. Like Khabib's resume, yes, I think it's a bit overrated because he left early, but his skill set, like, bro, he destroyed everyone. Bro, Khabib is not. And it's funny because I got attacked by a lot of Khabib fans. Khabib has like 4-time wins. Yeah, but you gotta look at his wins at the time he got those wins. Like a Conor McGregor that had all the hype in the world coming off the Mayweather fight. Dustin Poirier had just beat Gaethje as well. Gaethje had just beat Tony Ferguson as well. Like you can't just diminish his legacy all of a sudden, in my opinion. GSP would mock Khabib in a super fight. Yeah, I think GSP would probably win a decision. It'd probably outstrike him, and I think he'd be able to defend the takedowns. At 170, I'm guessing you're assuming. I don't think GSP can make lightweight. Half his resume was cans in Russia. Yeah, I mean his resume is. That's what I mean. Khabib's skill set is not overrated, but his resume is. I've literally seen people say Khabib would be prime Izzy and Usman. Like they don't necessarily. Yeah, I agree. I've seen people say that. I mean, guys, okay. The Usman one is interesting because if Leon Edwards can take down Usman, you don't think Khabib can? That one's kind of tricky. But on the feet, Usman will knock him out. How many top wins does Pereira have? Khabib has more. I mean, Pereira has pretty good wins, but I think the manner in which Pereira has been beating his opponents are not that impressive. Like Jan, he got a split decision. With Yuri, in my opinion, early stoppage. The Adesanya first fight in MMA, that was impressive. But the Sean Strickland win was also pretty good. But in my opinion, his last couple of wins have not been that impressive. Impressive. Pereira beat more ex champs and champs while out of prime. I guess Pereira isn't really overrated as he's just glazed. People are talking about him beating Aspinall when he was getting hurt by Bruno. So yeah, Pereira's overrated just a little bit. I think that he's gonna get exposed badly. Even if Jamal Hill doesn't beat him, Magomed might expose him. Somebody's going to expose Pereira. I just feel like he's gotten a little bit lucky. We need to see Pereira against a hand. Bro, Pereira would get destroyed at heavyweight. Like it wouldn't even be close. Like who does Alex Pereira actually beat at heavyweight? Let's be honest. He doesn't beat Aspinall. He doesn't beat Cyril Gahn. He doesn't beat Sergey Pavlovich. He doesn't beat. Maybe he could beat Curtis Blades because Curtis Blades has terrible fight IQ. But if Blades actually grapples, he'll beat Pereira. Jan said he wouldn't wrestle too. Yeah, but Jan is also older in his career. Like it's not the same Jan that fought Izzy. Pereira's legit the main character. He has plot. Honestly, yes, it feels like Alex Pereira has plot armor. That was perfectly said by um I don't know how to pronounce your username. Alex is a heavyweight of the 80s. These guys are different. Yeah, man. Alex Pereira is way too small for heavyweight. Not gonna lie, I think he could beat Cyril Gahn. Absolutely not, bro. He does not beat Cyril Gahn. How does he beat Cyril Gahn? Like Cyril Gahn is actually a pretty fast heavyweight. And he's not gonna get hit by Alex Pereira clean, like how you guys think. Marab has beaten a lot of former champs too. You know, we talks about Jan Cejudo, Aldo. Yeah, man, Marab has a pretty impressive resume. Like, if Marab becomes champion, his resume is gonna be insane. Ankalaev shot on Johnny Walker when we saw how he did again when we saw how he did him on the feet in that rematch he'll wrestle. Yeah, man, Ankalaev is actually a pretty smart fighter. Actually, Magomed Ankalaev, in my opinion, is very underrated. Very underrated. Marab has a really good resume. What you mean? Yeah, Marab has an amazing resume. I agree. I think if he becomes champion, can you imagine how much better his resume is gonna be? Like if he has O'Malley or Cheeto, if Cheeto ends up winning. Sean had an amazing takedown defense against Sterling. He learned a lot from the Yan fight. I think Marab will take him down, but I think Sean has the size to maybe escape. Yeah, I agree. I think in the first 2 rounds he could defend, but once Sean O'Malley starts to get a bit tired and he actually starts to slow down on the feet, I think that's where Marab will expose him. Is it time for Poirier? Does he get chinned by the Frenchman? No, I don't think Poirier is gonna get chin. I just think the grappling is gonna give him trouble, and I feel like Poirier's gas tank has kind of diminished over the years. I mean, Michael Chandler gave him problems. Michael Chandler had him on skates in the first round. I mean, I know Michael Chandler got dropped in that first round, but lightweight is way more skilled than middleweight, and light heavyweight Khabib is better than Pereira all time. Yeah, I think Khabib right now is better all time than Pereira. But if Pereira is able to beat Jamal Hill and Magomed Ankalaev, I think Alex Pereira has a better resume and probably better all time than Khabib. Would that be crazy? Like if Pereira beats Jamal Hill and Magomed Ankalaev, I think he has a way better resume than Khabib. But maybe you guys disagree. MVP is breaking. Yeah, I think I might switch my pick, guys. I might pick MVP to beat Kevin Holland. Not gonna lie, Jones' resume is kind of overrated. Like at the start of his reign was awful. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think his resume is definitely overrated. And he was a decision merchant. That's what a lot of people don't remember as well. But I feel like I didn't really see. I didn't watch UFC when John Jones was on the rise. So a lot of it has just been me going back to rewatch. So I mean, it's not the same thing. Like it lacks context. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, honestly, before the belt, he actually had impressive wins. I mean, he's been in the game for a long time, so. But you know what? John Jones is a very smart fighter. Like he knows when to take fights. He knows when he shouldn't take fights. Um, the Mighty Mouse collected cans. My Mouse fought dudes on losing streaks. John Fox champs are on the way. What Charles is doing right now. Yeah, but I feel like we're gonna get into that discussion. It's like the same discussion that we had about people were having about Aldo and Volkanovski, where Aldo obviously has way more defenses than Volkanovski, but the quality of Volkanovski's defenses are something to be said. But I mean, how can you blame Aldo? Defending your title is a risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, time Hardy, Rebels, yeah, it's not only that Khabib like has those names in my opinion, but it's also that Khabib beat them like dominantly. You know what I'm saying? He dominated McGregor, he dominated Gaethje, he dominated Poirier, and Pereira. Let's be honest, like that Yuri fight was competitive until it wasn't. The Yan fight was a split decision. I thought it could have gone to Yan in my opinion, but could have gone either way. And then the Pereira Adesanya fight. I mean, that fight was close up until Pereira finished him in the fourth round. And then obviously the Sean Strickland one was pretty impressive. But I mean, no, I think Khabib is has better wins than Pereira for sure. Yeah, but Mighty Mouse reign is the weakest range. Yeah, but Mighty Mouse, I mean, look at how he was dominating his opponents. I mean, it's easy to say now, but I mean, Mighty Mouse is still competing at a pretty good high level right now. I mean, I know he's not in the UFC anymore, but It's still impressive. Like that's why it's hard. I don't like this idea of comparing the modern fighters to the old fighters because it's such a different game now. It's not even like fair in my opinion, you know? I mean, look at Aldo's career. Look how far he went, you know. He moved down to bantamweight and then he had a pretty solid career at bantamweight. I mean, he beat Marlon Vera. Yeah, those guys aren't losing. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, those guys were dominating. We're on losing streaks. Who do you guys think is going to get an upset on Saturday? Who you got, Islam or Leon? Mm, I think Islam will win, but it's close. Bruce Lee versus John Jones. Who wins? Probably John Jones. Dustin will upset Benoit. RDA upsets Gamrot. No, bro. I feel like Gamrot is like the biggest favorite on the card. Dustin, beats Islam. Yeah, no, but I think Islam could take down Leon, in my opinion. I think he could take him down, and those Dagestanis on the ground are just a different level, in my opinion. I think Islam would beat Leon, but it would be close. Like he wouldn't ragdoll. I pick Benoit to beat Dustin. Even if you guys, bro, Leon. If Islam takes Leon down, Leon is in a lot of trouble, in my opinion. And like Leon doesn't have one punch knockout power. Like he's not knocking out people with his hands. So like even on the feet, Islam could be a problem to Leon. You know, like Islam is actually a pretty solid striker. Islam went life and death with featherweight Volkanovski, bro. I think Islam is improving, man. I mean, that was a prime Volkanovski. Islam would have problems staying on the outside. Yeah, probably. The problem with Leon is that he's not a pressure fighter. Shafkat. Yeah, I think Shafkat would beat Islam. Because, I mean, Shafkat, iron chin, very strong, good grappling, good knees. Leon staying on the outside. Yeah, I mean, I could see Leon maybe winning a decision, but it'd be a close fight. And I feel like Islam has more finishing potential. Bro, Shafkat beats Islam. No, I don't know if he would KO Islam, but he would neutralize a lot of what Islam does. Featherweight Woke won't even drop a round two nights ago. Yeah, I agree. Like Leon Edwards couldn't knock out the worst version of Colby Covington. Future, what's up, based? Future gold in the making. Appreciate it, man. What is your most hype fight we never got to see because it was canceled? Mine is already obviously Hamza Shemaya versus Nate Diaz. Hamza Shemaya versus Nate Diaz, man. I really wanted to see that fight. I'm not even joking. Waffles or pancakes? Pancakes. Jones versus Prime Rumble. Jones, man. Connor versus Leonard. Shafka will probably be champ for a long time. He trains with other UFC fighters. He's always dominating them. Yeah, man. I think Shavkat. I don't think Shavkat's overrated. I mean, how can we say that? RDA versus Connor. Yeah, I wish we would have gotten that fight as well. Still pissed we never got that fight. O'Malley doesn't have the superstar charisma. He's actually quite the opposite. Rather lame. Can't deal well with words. Has no respect to his wife. How can one above 15 root for this guy? Look, man. I know Sean O'Malley terrible outside the cage. Can't really talk any trash. But inside the cage, he's exciting. Like he's exciting. But I agree. Like I kind of want to see Sean O'Malley lose. But the thought of having Cheeto as a champion, bro, Cheeto as champ, I don't know. I feel like Cheeto as champion just kind of like makes the UFC seem kind of like a joke, in my opinion. Like it or not, Sean's a star. I don't feel like Sean's a star though. Like he's not really. Bilal, who's a top three welterweight, said that Islam has his way with him in sparring. Islam beats Shafkat IMO. Yeah, but Shafkat's a lot bigger. And also, like, what is Islam gonna do to Shafkat on the feet? Like, honestly, what is Islam gonna do? Shafkat is good, but he's so overhyped. He's only beat strikers like Jeff Neal, where he's gotten pieced the fuck up at times, and Wonderboy, who has white belt level grappling. Shafkat had a torn ankle, and yeah, Shafkat was injured going into that fight with Wonderboy, and he still was able to do what he wanted to. Wonderboy. I like Cheeto. He's based and says it as it is. O'Malley's fucking soy. LOL. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Cheeto either. It's just a tag. This is not a World Cup. Sean is 100% a star. I mean, really? You guys really think Sean O'Malley's a star? I mean, they had to stack this card. And I mean, look at the press conference. Did you really feel like Sean O'Malley was a star? Everybody was rooting against him. All my friends who don't know UFC Sean O'Malley, they know. Yeah, because Sean O'Malley, he has the look. He has the look. He has the fighting style. But I feel like the people that don't like O'Malley are people like us who watch everything. But yeah, you're right. I feel like more of the casuals like O'Malley. But are they paying for the pay-per-view? I don't think so. O'Malley's pay-per-view with Aljo Bomb. Yeah, I agree. Like I'm saying, like I feel like he's well known among casuals. Like they know who he is, but I'm not sure if they're tuning in, and I'm not sure if they're actually buying pay-per-views. Shavkat does his best work in the clinch. Islam is very dominant with the judo, therefore. Yeah, Shavkat has the size advantage. I mean, I hope we see that fight. I think there's a good chance that we see Shavkat versus Islam. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. UFC had to stack 299 to convince everybody. I mean, I feel like the UFC also stacked UFC 299 because Francis Ngannou. I mean, he's fighting on a Friday, so I mean, yeah. I don't know why they stacked the card so much, but I'm not complaining. I'm very excited for Saturday. Usman will low key beat Shavkat. No, guys, why are you guys not fans of Shavkat? I think the guy's really good. Sean Strickland is much bigger. Yeah, Sean Strickland is way bigger than Sean O'Malley. Like way bigger, in my opinion. I like Shavkat. I just sadly don't think he beats Leon. Bro, what is Leon gonna do to Shavkat? Bro, he couldn't even knock out Kobe Covington. And then, no, bro. Leon's a little bit overrated. Marab versus Umar, who wins? Ooh. Marab versus Umar. Probably Marab. Leon is old. No, he's not. He's like 30, 32, no? How old is Leon? Is he actually? Shafkat is just not interesting enough on the market, so casuals have no. Yeah, I agree. Shafkat is never gonna be a big superstar because he doesn't really talk English. He's kind of a low key guy. Like Shafkat is not a guy that's like seeking attention and stuff. So yeah, I don't think Shafkat is ever gonna be a superstar. But you know, if he has a dominant reign, who knows? Bro, what is Leon gonna do to Shafkat, man? How's he gonna outpoint Shafkat? Like Shafkat's just gonna walk him down. What are Leon's pillow punches gonna do to Shafkat? Bro, Shafkat beats Leon. Like I'll die on that hill. You know? Yeah, I agree. If he dominates his fights, it will speak for themselves. I agree. I agree. But he's never gonna be like a superstar. People said the same thing about Leon Usman 3. Yeah, but Usman was coming off a knockout loss. Yeah, but Usman was coming off getting head kick KO'd. Like, that's super relevant. Don't you think Islam, with how skilled he is, he can outpoint Shavkat, who begs to be jabbed? And yeah, but Islam wouldn't have the power advantage at 170. Leon is also good in the clears, to be honest. Yeah. Bro, but Shavkat is a lot stronger than Leon. Man, I'm surprised by how many of you guys. I really do think Shavkat beats Leon. Like, and I don't. I don't actually think it's that hot of a take. Leon is iRobot? Yeah, he does look like iRobot. Leon looks like iRobot? He does look like iRobot. Obama type beat. Guys, we gotta talk about UFC 299. Should I change my pick to MVP? I want to change my pick, but I don't know. People just don't like Shafkat. He slept Wonderboy. Bro, who submits Wonderboy? Wonder Gilbert Burns, the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu world champion, could not submit Wonderboy, but Shafkat could. You know, like that's impressive, bro. Gilbert Burns couldn't submit Wonderboy. Yeah, Shafkat is huge. That's what I'm saying, man. And Leon Edwards has pillow hands. MVP sucks? No, he doesn't, man. I mean, he's a little older now, but MVP is pretty fun. He's good. He's good. I just I feel like Kevin Holland isn't gonna try. All right, hot take: Kobe Covington beats Leon in a rematch. I'm just kidding. Okay, hot take: the Kobe Covington that fought Usman would beat Leon. Is that a hot take? I think he might. I think he. I need to drink some water, man. Holland is gonna chin MVP. I mean, that was my prediction as well. But the more I hear Kevin Holland talk, I just feel like he's not that invested anymore. He's just showing up for a paycheck, and I feel like MVP, he wants it. MVP, it's his UFC debut, and he's gonna bring it. And I just don't trust Holland. MVP will probably point fight a little like he did in the Lima rematch before. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I could see MVP got. Yeah, I mean, he is also older in his career. I mean, like I said, guys, I haven't watched like all of MVP's fights. I had to go back and rewatch his fights for this card. You know, I'm still a casual. I hope Bilal the Tur never gets a title shot. Bro, Bilal's overhated. Bilal's not that bad, man. Bilal's chill. MVP's 36. Yeah, 36 is old. MVP is gonna style on Holland, and his fanboys will say he didn't. Bro, does Kevin Holland even have fanboys though? I feel like Kevin Holland doesn't really have fanboys. I think Blades is too big for Almeida. What about you? I think Blades on paper should beat Almeida. Like, there's no question about that. I just don't trust Blades at all. Like, bro, you should have grappled against Sergey Pavlovich right from the beginning of that fight, and you decided to strike. And I feel like Almeida, even though he doesn't have like great striking, he's pretty fast. Bilal's underrated on the mic. Yeah, Bilal actually tries to talk shit. That's respectable. But Bilal talks better shit than Sean O'Malley. But he does look like Bilal looks like the burrito from Sausage Party. Bilal looks like the burrito. Almeida's too athletic. He has the momentum. I think that he's gonna give Blades problems on the ground. His chain wrestling is gonna be too much. No, Almeida's never gonna be champion. I think Aspinall would destroy him. If Almeida gets hold of Blades, he can't keep them. Here's the thing, Bilal. Yeah, I mean Bilal. The problem with Bilal is his fighting style is just not entertaining to watch. But I mean, so a lot of fighters are also boring to watch. So Blades is huge compared to Almeida. Would Bilal versus Leon 2 cure insomnia? I feel like Bilal versus Leon 2 would actually be entertaining because we're all expecting it to be boring. Blades is just too confident in his striking. That's a good deal when it comes to Almeida. Yeah, but I mean, Blades has gotten knocked out. Almeida's good, but yeah. I feel like Aspinall's levels. Bilal's a Twitter warrior. Yeah, Bilal's a Twitter warrior. You know, Bilal actually blocked me on Twitter, guys. Bilal actually blocked me. I'm blocked. I don't even know what I said either. Like he just blocked me on Twitter. Leon was piecing on Bilal before the eye poke. Yeah, he was. You know what? Leon, when he fought Bilal the first time, he was actually aggressive. Like what happened to that? Um, what happened to that Leon? Bilal's annoying as fuck on social media. Bro, he blocked me. Do you plan on surpassing Shorty Virgin Lucas Tracy? I don't know, man. Why do you guys hate Lucas Tracy? Curtis Blades already owns Aspinall. He TKO'd him in 15 seconds. Bro, that was a fluke, bro. That doesn't count. Is Aspinall the baddest man on the planet? No, Francis Ngannou is the baddest man on the planet. Leon let Bilal know with that head kick. Yeah, I agree. But I mean that Bilal took that head kick, so he has a good chin. Tony Ferguson, my favorite fighter, blocked me unfortunately. Bro, Tony Ferguson be blocking everyone. Never seen you stream before. Yeah, bro, this is my first stream. Only videos. Cheeto win. Was a fluke. Have you seen the videos of Lucas Tracy? Lucas Tracy muzzing? No. Lucas is just a smug, bro. I can't. He's so confident in his shit he takes. Yeah, but like that's the catch, right? Because Lucas Tracy is so confident in his takes. That's what makes him entertaining. Because if he was like walking on eggshells, you guys would not watch him. So I mean, props to him. Who's your favorite MMA YouTuber? Mexican martial arts is my favorite YouTuber. I mean, I'm sure you guys have watched them. Did you know Francis in the UFC would be bro? If we could have one fight that never happened, it would be Francis Ngannou versus John Jones. How would Bilal versus Strickland go? Oh, Strickland pieces him up, and Strickland has pretty good takedown defense. I mean, he stuffed takedowns from Dricus. Can you all see what I'm saying? Lucas glazing Benoit, and now he's coping about the dumb people he got. I got banned from YouTube commenting. Yeah, I mean, what's going on with Benoit? Does he actually have staph infection? Ferguson versus Khabib. Yeah, but I think Khabib would have beat Ferguson, bro. Like, I mean, it sucks that that fight got canceled like 7 times. I wish we would have gotten Francis Ngannou versus John Jones. Like in another world, we would have another timeline. Prime Ferguson smokes Khabib. I mean, he could have given Khabib problems, but I just feel like I don't know. I feel like Khabib is too much. Tony's game plan was awful. He would yeah, I think Khabib would have beat him. Strickland's style is pretty boring, but people love the buildup of his fights. Yeah, his style is not entertaining, but it works. Prime Ferguson would have never been an easy fight. No, I don't think Khabib would have smoked him, but I think he would have beaten him. I think after that, hell no. Nah, Prime Tony would have beat Khabib. I'm telling you. Yeah, I mean that's a what if. We're never gonna find out, right? Now Tony's on a 7-fight losing streak, and it's so sad, man. I'm curious. Who do you guys think is gonna retire this year? I think Poirier will retire this year. I think maybe Colby Covington will retire. Where's downfall in UFC history, bro? It has to be Tony Ferguson. Has to. Tony's game plan against Khabib was using darts, which tend to fail against high-level grapplers and elbows, which leave you open to takedown. Exclusive about him too. Yeah, I just think that Khabib would ragdoll him. I mean, maybe he has a chance with those elbows and the striking, maybe, but I don't know. What's your opinion on Fedor if he's on the gold pyramid? Um, I don't know, man. To be honest, like I don't really like to talk about the legends that much because I didn't at the time I didn't watch the sport. So my knowledge of the legends has been me going back to rewatch fights. And I feel like I'll never be able to talk about it as confidently because I didn't watch UFC back then, And I don't want to sound like a fraud. I mean, I don't know, bro. That, oh my God. How long have you been watching MMA? Um, I've been watching MMA since 2019. So it's not that long, for a lot of people, I'm a casual, but I mean, I've been watching UFC like every card. You know what I'm saying? Like Tony's game plan was actually he said he would have fought Khabib offensively using wrestling. That was actually a good plan. If Poirier loses, retires, I'm gonna take some time, bro. If Peter Yan loses, like that's gonna break my heart. Yeah, yeah, guys. Like I said, I'm not gonna pretend to you know, I'm not an MMA expert. At least you're honest. People like Lucas Trizzy. Yeah, man. Bro, I love MMA Guru, bro. I put so many people on MMA Guru. Like a lot of my friends that didn't watch MMA Guru, I put them on MMA Guru when he wasn't that big, like 4 or 5 years ago. What's your top five? What's your top five best boxers I recently uploaded mine? Also, you have a YouTube channel as well, brother. Let me subscribe. Song is gonna maul Peter. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Peter. I feel like Song Yadong has crazy power, man. I rewatched that fight with Corey Sandhagen, and Song Yadong hurt him in that second round. He's fast. He's powerful. Peter Yan is gonna have his shell, and I could just see Song landing the more significant strikes. MMA Guru, bro, he's not a beast. He's a Chad. MMA Guru is cool. You know, Khabib had a hard time taking down McGregor. Tony would have been a significant harder fight. Bro, Khabib did not have a hard time taking down Conor McGregor. I feel like Khabib was playing with his food a little bit. Nah, I'm more of a spectator. I just updated in my list. Okay, if Jan loses to Yadong. Bro, if Jan loses to Yadong, yeah, he's done. He's done. He's going to Bellator. Khabib only struggled to take down Conor because Conor was constantly cheating. Yeah, I agree, and I also feel like Khabib wanted to make a statement against Conor. Yeah, my profile pic. Shout out to my girlfriend. She actually drew that profile pic. Conor did cheat, but that was a worse version of Conor. Really? I think the worst version of Conor has to be the rematch against Poirier, or the trilogy. I like how we stopped talking about UFC 299. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. Look at it. Look up MMA Guru eating Chris. He puts the entire family the size of chips in his mouth at once. If Conor fights again, will be the worst version of him. I agree, but you know what? The UFC needs Conor McGregor. Like we need him right now, bro. The sport is falling off a little bit, in my opinion. I feel like you know people are not that excited about UFC right now, and I feel like we need Conor. Like we need him, and we need Chandler to take a dive. UFC needs to pay Chandler, take a dive, get knocked out in the first. Conor becomes a huge superstar again. He gets a title shot. The UFC makes a lot of money. The version of Conor that showed up against Dustin still chance Chandler. I agree. The version of Conor that showed up in the rematch against Poirier, I think has a good chance of beating Chandler. People are not excited because of UFC bullshit like John Jones. Yeah, I agree, man. You know what? I feel like the UFC has also been a little bit like not lucky in the sense because Jones got injured, the whole thing with Connor, Khabib retired. I feel like the sport is in a weird place right now. I feel like people don't really care right now. Chandler's extremely chinny. Yeah, he is extremely chinny, and Chandler lunges in too. Chandler shouldn't be counted as a good win. He's a dummy. I mean, if Connor beats Chandler at this point in his career, like we gotta give him credit, man. Top five updated best boxers: Poirier, Holloway, Yan, JDM, Topuria. I think Topuria has better boxing. Ooh, that's a tricky one. I think Topuria has better boxing than Poirier. Connor did cheat, but he had a 2-year layoff from MMA when he fought Khabib. Even his training was 80% striking and 20% wrestling. Khabib struggled against McGregor. The sport is currently entering a new. Yeah, I agree. The sport is in a weird place right now. I just feel like we're not really gonna get any superstars in the UFC anymore. I feel like Conor McGregor was an anomaly, and I feel like every time there's like this fighter with star potential, like people are like, "Oh, he's the next star," but he never really becomes that because it's forced. And Conor McGregor was an anomaly. Like he was a natural superstar. And I feel like we put so much pressure on these new fighters to become like, you know, McGregor. And McGregor is just McGregor. You know, they don't want any other because of Conor. Yeah, that's true. The UFC doesn't want another Conor because they can't control him. Strickland could have been way promoted. The problem with Strickland is that even though he's a big star outside the cage, his fighting style is not that exciting. And McGregor was, I mean, name a boring McGregor fight. Poirier is the only one who would have bought best boxing. I think someone gets finished in the main event this week. I agree. You know what? I was starting to think that it was going to go to a decision, but I'm starting to believe that maybe we'll get a finish in the main event. How would Ilya Taporia versus Armin Saryukin go? Man, that's a great fight. I think. Ooh, that's a great fight. Topuria versus Armin Saryukin. I don't know actually. That's a great fight though. I hope we see it someday. We probably will. Cheeto by ground and pound. I could see that. Cheeto has pretty nasty elbows. Top five most skilled boxers in boxing, but Usyk, Bevo. I can. Ilya versus Armin, bro. Ilya versus Armin is a great fight. It's a great fight. Topuria definitely has the boxing advantage. Armin Saryukin throws pretty nasty head kicks and pretty nasty kicks. Like that's what I was saying going into the Armin Saryukin Dariush fight was that Armin has underrated striking. Like, remember Lucas Tracy was saying that Armin had pillow punches, and I was like, bro, Dariush is slow twitch. Armin is going to catch him. And people were overrating Dariush so much. Bro, Armin is not gonna beat Oliver. Khabib was constantly improving. The best Khabib was in the retirement fight. I don't think Khabib would have been nearly as dominant if he fought wrestlers. I mean, we'll never know. Usyk is not top five most skilled boxers. Lucas Tracy Yapper. Yeah, I do yap a lot. Is Islam better than Khabib? I say yes. Right now we don't know. I think Islam needs to defend a couple more times for us to know. But yeah, it's looking like it. He is definitely better striking than Khabib. But I think Khabib had better control on the ground. You're smoking rocks. Anybody who knows boxing, Usyk should be top three. No, I'm saying Lucas is a yapper. Oh, I mean, he loves MMA. I mean, I yap too. Armin will sleep Charles all the time. He's been rocked. He got away because people like Justin. Dustin and Chandler are scared of him on the ground. If Armin rocks Charles, he's going down. Yeah, but Armin is kind of small. I mean, he's smaller than Charles. Charles has crazy power. I mean, maybe. Maybe. It's a tough fight, man. I'm not counting out Armin Saryukin. Islam is much better than Khabib. Pound for pound, yes, but skill, no. Yeah, I agree with that. Like Islam might be I don't know, man. Islam is really well rounded, and I feel like you know people try to shit on. How do you feel about being 5 times as successful as as Ego MMA, and do you super looks or were they a big fan by the way? Um, I mean, bro, I don't really compare myself to other MMA channels. I mean, they're doing their thing, and I'm doing my thing. Armin isn't afraid to follow Oliveira to the ground when he's yeah, but Oliveira is dangerous on the ground, and I mean, I feel like Armin Saryukin has to knock him out on the feet. I mean, Gaethje couldn't knock him out, but I agree. Like Gaethje's not gonna go to the ground with him. Will Tumba Garimbo ever become champion? I don't know if he'll become champion, but I think he'll be a top contender, man. I like that guy. Chandler was not scared of Charles on the ground. LOL. It's true. I mean, but Chandler almost got Oliveira out of there. He almost finished Oliveira in that first round. Clinch work is Charles' best weapons. Armin is a league grappler. Yeah, but Charles, he has pretty good power, and Charles is a lot faster than Dariush guys. I feel like we're overrating Armin Saryukin a little bit, even though he was underrated going into that fight. I feel like, you know, he's his striking is not to the level of Charles, but he could give Charles problems. What part of Texas are you from, based? Guess. Only in the first Charles. Yeah, he did well. I mean, Chandler always wins the first round. Chandler, I mean, typically, I think he lost the first round to Poirier. I think Armin wins, but that's such a hard fight to call. Yeah, I mean, such a hard fight to call indeed. I mean, Armin Shukin is elite, man. I've been saying it for the longest, but I feel like Charles could be a bad stylistic matchup. The last time Charles got dropped against an elite wrestler, he got immediately hit and arm choked. Yeah, but Islam is a southpaw in El Paso. Islam beat Prime Bulk and Prime Charles. He has a better resume than bro. Who's exposing me out here? Someone's exposing me out here. Bro, I'm from Mexico, bro. Bro, somebody said I was Asian. A prepubescent Jair Rodriguez. I'm dead. How do you put pose? UFC. Armin's ground and pound is very scary. Where Dariush failed is to utilize the ground shots. I doubt Armin would, but we'll see because it's a very hard fight to call. Yeah, Armin has pretty nasty ground and pound, but Dariush is just so slow twitch, man. Like on the feet, he's always been slow twitch. And Armin, Charles, these guys are a lot faster on the feet and a lot more dangerous. Islam's only good wins are Charles and Oliveira and Volk. Only good wins, bro. Oliveira and Volk, bro. That's such an accomplishment. Oliveira at the prime of his career, crazy win streak. Volkanovski, pound for pound fighter, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta give Islam his credit. Who do you think wins between Jalen Turner and Dustin Poirier? Right now, I have to see how Dustin looks against Benoit because he's coming off a head kick KO. I know, right? His only good wins are against like elite guys. Like that's such a insult, bro. Islam has amazing wins so far. Benny was so overhyped going into that Charles fight. Love your videos, bro. Keep going. Who do you got on that Burns Madalena fight? Tough fight as well. Very 50-50. Obviously, if Burns gets a fight to the ground, definitely changes things. But I think Madalena's too big. His boxing's too slick. And I think he'll be able to jab Burns. And I think Burns will have a problem like closing the distance and with the striking. Because Burns doesn't really throw in combinations. That's a problem too. That Burns is more of a single strike kind of fighter. I mean, he has a good right hand, good leg kicks as well. But I mean, who has Burns knocked out? When was the last time Burns knocked out somebody? Damian Maya, like 4 years ago? Top three most skilled fighters in UFC. Uh Top three most skilled fighters. Benny's a good fighter, but he's no longer in his prime anymore. Bro, Benio was never elite lightweight. Base, you're the man. Appreciate it, man. Stop with the glazing, man. Stop with the glazing. You guys have to insult me. Charles left hook KO, bro. It's gonna be a flying knee. I'm just kidding. It's gonna be a front kick. Benio look, bro. But Gamrot has no hands. Like, yeah, you're gonna look elite against Gamrot if you're able to stuff the takedowns. Yeah, I think more skilled Islam right now. I wouldn't say Jones, Islam. Um, I mean Charles is pretty elite. Charles has an elite skill set. I mean Aspinall, but I mean Aspinall's fighting heavyweights. You know what I'm saying, bro? I don't hate Gamrod, but let's be honest. Like Benil Dariush was overrated. Leon Islam Pantoja, not a bad list. Islam destroyed Charles. Yeah, he did. And I, bro, I've never been as depressed as that Charles versus Islam fight, bro. Like I didn't want to watch UFC. I didn't even care about UFC 281. Bro, I was sad when Charles lost to Islam, bro. I like a part of me died that night or that afternoon because it was in Saudi Arabia, bro. Aspinall trains with Fury, and his father has one of the best BJ. Bro, Aspinall is incredibly well rounded. Islam, it's because it depends skill, man. Because skill is like, you mean well roundedness? You mean like skill is such a general term. I mean, fighters, just fighter in general, like That punch Islam landed and Charles dropped him. It was a perfect punch. Yeah, I mean he's a southpaw, and I think Charles struggles with southpaws. Islam is the best fighter in the world right now. Yeah, probably. Volk lost to Isla, but he's still higher skilled. I mean, he definitely has a better resume, but I mean, Ilya Taporia, he's good, man. Sanhagen Taporia. I love that you guys are giving Corey Sanhagen the love he deserves, man. Corey Sanhagen is also one of my favorite fighters. Charles is the most dangerous man in MMA, though. Yeah, but if you could hurt Charles and if you have grappling, you could beat him. Ilya shut Volk off. Sanhagen O'Malley. Sanhagen is so good, man. And he's getting better, you know. He has gotten a little bit more boring lately because he's actually starting to grapple, but I mean, it just shows how much he's improved. And he's a fighter that's still improving. Song. Sanhagen screwed himself with the Fawn fight, and I was not happy with the wrestling. Yeah, but I mean, Sanhagen is gonna do his best to win. I mean, imagine like Sanhagen was injured going into that fight, and imagine he would have like actually like just put an entertaining fight, and he loses. He wouldn't be in the position he's in now. Like fighters have to do the best to win, even if it's boring. Sanhagen dominated Marab. I mean, bro, Marab. I think Marab would beat Sanhagen. Marab beat Song. I don't think so. But I mean, Cheeto won the fight against Song. It was a bad decision. Jan is losing 100%. Bro, Jan is gonna lose. I think so too. But if Peter Yan wins, man, I'm gonna be the happiest man in the world. I don't even care what happens on the rest of the card. If Jan wins, I'm a happy man. Bro, if Jan wins, I'll be the happiest person in the world, man. He's my favorite bantamweight of all time, bro. I love Jan so much. Like, he's such a G. I know, but Marab isn't like Song Yadong isn't Marab, man. And I feel like Marab was still like a secret. Like after that Peter Yan fight, like people started giving Marab his credit. Yan in his prime was the man. Bro, I mean Yan is still young. I think he's 31 years old, so it's not like he's washed. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how Yan performs on Saturday. And if he has a bad fight, then we'll say he's washed. But I don't think Peter Yan is washed just yet. Yan's in his prime now. I mean, we'll see. Is Usman top 10 of all time? Yeah. Usman is top 10 of all time. Uncle Ives 5 is actually ridiculous. He's ranked number 5 at light heavyweight. Jan screwed up his legacy. Bro, we need to go back in time and stop Peter Yan from actually throwing that knee. Charles versus Islam 2, who wins? Islam, sadly. You think top 5 most skilled fighters? You think you could KO Rigo? I don't know, man. I'm not training right now. Jan got robbed against O'Malley. We all saw it. Yeah, he did get robbed. Jan landed amazing shots on Sean, I'm guessing you meant. No, I meant you a fan of Islam. Based MMA versus Lucas. I think I'm too small to fight Lucas. Like you see, like I'm not big. I'm built like O'Malley a little bit. Or like Corey. I'm tall, you know? I'm a tall, skinny dude. I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2", so I'm a lot taller than Lucas Tracy, but he's definitely bigger than me. Built like a bag of milk. Looks like you need to do some research. Yeah, man. I'm tall, but I'm a skinny guy. Based MMA versus Ego MMA. Bro, I'm cool with Ego MMA. I wouldn't want to fight him. Also, I need to train. Uncle Live is the top 5 most skilled in UFC. Tall and skinny. Yeah, man. I'm tall and skinny. Base versus Rigo is a fight. I'm Ego MMA's father. Bro, Ego MMA is pretty chill. Uncle Live is pretty fucking good. Yeah, he's pretty good, bro. He's underrated. MMA Guru's in a wheelchair and he's 4'11". Also, he's Jewish. Base, you in Texas? Yes, I'm in Texas. Sambo just got. I'm in Miami, about to go to UFC 299. I'm guessing, bro. That's awesome, bro. Mason, have a fun time, man. I went to UFC Austin. It was such an amazing experience, man. Like I want to go to a pay per view again. It was so awesome. Base hustling down in Texas, smoking big blunts with the chilangas. Don't ever compare Islam to Uncle Ive, bro. Uncle Ive has no submission threat. I live in Nepal, so I drove to Miami. Bro, that's awesome, man. Enjoy it. Yo, what's up, Base?